Hey, welcome to Mikey's Video Game Madness. Today we're playing Valkyria Chronicles on the PlayStation 3. If I said the title to that game wrong, just pretend that I have a speech impediment and I'm not actually illiterate. But anyway, this is a real-time strategy RPG. It's kind of its own thing. I've never really played anything like it. Maybe people who play more on PC have played it or played some obscure RPG. This video is going to be shorter. There's not going to be a whole lot of gameplay on it just because I'm kind of testing the waters for some of these more obscure games, because I know with RPGs that are heavy-handed in story, it's a little bit harder to be interested in. But I want to show you guys some of these games that you might not necessarily check out on your own without somebody recommending it or something. So I'll give you a basic demonstration of gameplay, and hopefully you can tell from that whether this is the type of game that you would play or not. So far I like it. I haven't gotten really deep into the game. This game is very affordable. Like, it's not uncommon to find a used copy of this game in pristine condition. Like, one thing about buying used RPGs, especially the obscure ones, is that people tend to take care of their games more, because the type of people most of the time that get these kind of games, in my experience, might be collectors or whatever, because when I buy these obscure RPGs, they always usually come with, there's like small exceptions, but they usually always come with the manuals. The discs are like in perfect condition. It's like these people take care of it. It's not like if you bought like some AAA title that sold billions of copies or whatever, you get some grody, scratched up piece of shit, fucked up disc with no manual. Probably comes in one of those crappy black cases that they have in the back at GameStop that they have when the people don't turn in their real cases, and there's like 50,000 stickers on it, and the clear plastic that holds the piece of paper of the label of the actual game's all yellowed and shit. No. Like, when I bought this game used, and this game came out 2008. It's 2016 as of recording this. The game looked brand fucking new. This is at a GameStop. And this is at a GameStop that doesn't usually have RPGs, because that particular GameStop, most people turn in sports games. But I like to check all the GameStops around the area, because sometimes you don't know. You always find that hidden gem. A lot of times with these more obscure games, this game's kind of obscure. I'll get back to that in a minute. But yeah, like, usually if you want to find more obscure games, you have to go into like an area that sells games that's usually near like a college campus, like the VCU area, or an artsy type of area that's known for like galleries or something, somewhere that's gonna attract more creative people. Not that non-creative people play Call of Duty. I like Call of Duty too, but I also like these other games like RPGs. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get this for $13. I highly recommend it. These graphics for PlayStation 3, especially 2008 era, where you didn't always get the best quality graphics unless it was a first party game for like Sony. The graphics are really good. They're actually coming out I believe around May. It might change. I don't know. I'm thinking they're coming out with a remastered version on PlayStation 4, but this game really did pick up popularity because it didn't sell that well on PlayStation 3. That's why I'm really surprised that I got the game as a good condition as it was, and as cheap as it was. It's one of those cases that even though the game didn't sell well, it never went up in value. A lot of times the games don't sell well, they go up in value. This was a critically acclaimed game too, by the way, so like it wasn't like people didn't buy this game because it got bad reviews or anything. Like, it got good reviews. It just didn't sell because maybe it came out too soon, people weren't ready for it. I don't know, because or maybe it's just geared towards the wrong crowd, because this game came out on Steam in 2014, so you can also get this in Steam. I imagine it looks better than this, but I think this is a damn fine looking game. I mean, it's not hyper realistic or anything, but it has this watercolor motif graphic style, like down pat. For somebody who's an artist like myself, I hate calling myself an artist, but yes, I make art and I enjoy drawing, and I like to observe art and enjoy other people's art just as much as I enjoy making my own. And between the filter that kind of creates like this watercolor paper like texture to it, with the way that the colors blend, it's a very beautiful art style. But anyway, yeah, this looks really good on PlayStation 3. Hopefully it looks as good on YouTube after it's all edited and done, but I never know until it's actually up on YouTube. Sometimes games look really great and I have this footage, I'm really excited about it, and then once it gets on YouTube, it's all pixelated. That tends to happen with mostly darker colored games, but with these brighter games, it seems like there's less artifacting. Also, if you watch older movies that weren't really optimized for Blu-ray or even DVDs or whatever, or even some newer movies, when there's a dark scene, there's a lot of artifacting. If you're not familiar with the terminology, that's like the little pixelation where you see the little squares and stuff like that. So this is giving you a tutorial. Again, this game's pretty story heavy, so I didn't get to show you much of the gameplay. So this is basically going to be the tutorial. Basically, you get a certain amount of turns, and it's like a kind of like a real-time strategy game a little bit, except the game freezes, so it's not really real-time. What is real-time is after you select your character, you have a certain amount of turns. After you select your character, you can control them in real-time. And when you control them, you have this gauge, and it's explaining this, but maybe my abridged version. When you run around, you have the little AP gauge, and it slowly drains. You can run around, you only can like attack once, at least in this point. I haven't gotten super far into the game. I heard this game gets quite difficult, but that's fine. But yeah, you see you're running, the gauge is draining right there. And you can crouch, which makes it harder to shoot. Enemies will attack you automatically, and when the AI has its turn, your character will shoot automatically at the AI if they come nearby. And you see it has like the little comic book onomatopoeia words shooting out the side of the gun. I believe that's what you call it. I hate to sound uneducated when I do these videos, but it's just because I'm trying to talk about the game. Gosh, I can't imagine how hard it would be to do a commentary for this game while playing it. That's why I've been enjoying doing these commentaries afterwards, because like I said, I hate keep on using all the events in my life as an excuse. I try to make it interesting. I can pretty much beat this level with that one guy, but I'm trying to show you that you can play as the girl too and try to be more strategic, even though I kind of screw up because the guy got stuck on the sandbags because I ran out of points or whatever. But yeah, anyway, what's real time is like where you aim and shoot. I don't know if that gets more more interactive as far as what you can do in real time. It doesn't seem that way, but judging from gameplay footage and what I've read in the manual and stuff, you'll start getting tanks and other infantry units, and I believe that you don't have to level up individual characters. The way that it levels up is that depending on, like, I guess, like what battalion or whatever, what group your characters are in. I guess if you're like in the tank battalion or whatever, the all the tanks will level up, not just one of your tanks. I believe that's the case. There's actually 2 sequels of this. Ironically, they came out on the PSP. Maybe it's cheaper to develop for the PSP, but it doesn't have that beautiful graphical art style that this game has. It tries to emulate it, but a PSP is slightly less powerful than a PlayStation 2, so you only can do so much. I mean, this game's not mind-blowing, but with the filter and the blending of the colors, see, I get stuck on these sandbags. I'm not fully sure what happened, whether I ran out of points or whatever, or I literally got stuck. I don't know if that's a glitch of the game. I highly recommend you installing the game. I mean, I cut a lot of the load times out, so this video would be kind of brief since there's a lot of story and a little bit of gameplay. I kind of wanted to get straight to the point and show you this video, and if you want to see more, let me know. I'm kind of testing the waters. Since I kind of have the same people that watch my channel, I don't see me getting too many subscribers in the future, so I feel like the people that watch my channel are okay with the content and enjoy the content that I put up. At least I hope you do, since you watch it. If you're just doing it to be nice, thank you, but I feel bad. But hopefully you're enjoying this content. But I want to start covering some of these more obscure games that aren't always all that popular. This is sort of popular because in 2014 this came out on Steam and it became a hit, and I think maybe it's because PC gamers are more used to playing like strategy games. There's a lot more variety in that genre type of game, and maybe it's well received. We never got Valkyria Chronicles 3 because I guess 2 didn't sell that well either. I mean, I've never seen advertising for this game whatsoever, except like on a page in a magazine. Like, there's never any commercials, and the only time I knew about part 2 is randomly on IG, and I saw a review and I was like, oh, they made a second one? I didn't even know. And then they made a third one, but it didn't come out here. So obviously the game sold better in Japan. I think they're trying to give this game one more chance because of how well it was received and on the PC, and it might just have been a matter of timing. Maybe this type of game will do better on console when the remastered version comes out. But I saw the remastered version. I mean, even if you watch 1080p video, like with a good connection and it's not all pixelated, I always feel like the actual game always looks different than the way the video looks, even slightly.
I don't see any more of them.
And that's just one of those things, but that the game might look better than what it does on the video, but I think it looks really similar. I think the anti-aliasing for like the line work and stuff on the game looks a little bit better. Maybe the frame rate's better, I don't know, but when I saw the trailer of the remastered version and even the PC version, it didn't look mind-blowingly different. So you can get a used copy of this game, but at the same time, I guess if you really want this series to continue to survive, I guess you're gonna have to help contribute and buy like new copies or whatever, whether it's on Steam or the remastered version. Maybe the PC format is a better format for this type of game, I don't know, but That's the sad truth about it. Like, as much as you can get a good deal, maybe you can get the $13 one, and if you really like it, you can get the definitive version. You know, I imagine the PC version probably costs close to the physical used copy, but you know, I don't know. But I think that with the remastered version, they're testing the waters. I'm actually really shocked that they're coming out with a remastered version versus probably some other popular RPGs that they could come out with, or even any other game. I'm really surprised because this game did not sell all that well on the PlayStation 3. But like I said, they might, maybe this type of game was just ahead of its time. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with these types of games. This is kind of my first venture into trying to actually really play a strategy RPG for more than a few hours. I'm really curious about it, and I like the little simulated, like World War II-ish scenario, and I really like the art style, so I really want to give this game a chance. But I heard it gets pretty tough. Maybe I'll get frustrated and throw my controller. Who knows? But there is a Steam version, and there's a remastered version coming out on PlayStation 4 in May. Seems like a really good series, and I would like to see the second and third game maybe get some treatment, like, because it seems like it has a lot of potential, and maybe the other games, if they sell well, will garner like a version that has features that pleases everybody. I don't know. I'm getting towards the end of the video, and that's why I was stuttering, because I don't have that much time. But anyway, guys, I would definitely check out this game. Look it up on Wikipedia. See if you like it. Check out other videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. So far, I really like this game. Take care. Bye.
If you want to, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.